John Paul Secondary School is an elite Ugandan school that was opened in 2007 by American couple Paul and Nancy Berrigan. This school has over 650 students and has climbed high in the ranks of education. Although the idea of starting a school didn't just come out of nowhere, it all started with a guest speaker at Paul and Nancy's local church.
And so after the service was over, we went out and the priest was out there and he would shake hands like this, looking for a check or something in it. And when you have a nonprofit, that's what you do most of the time. But I said to him, can you really build a school for this kind of money? And he said, oh yes, your dollar goes far. I said, well, maybe my wife and I can do something special. Maybe we could build a school. At which point he grabbed me around the waist, picked me up, spun me around and said, we could build a school for that much money. But for this much money, we could build a really good school that doesn't have mud walls or a thatched roof or anything like that. It'd be a real school. And he doubled me in 10 seconds.
Although starting this school was not so easy, it came with many challenges, one of the biggest one being financial difficulties.
So, financially it was difficult, sending money over there and making sure it got where it was going, and it was hard, but we learned the hard way. We'd sometimes take 10 steps forward and 5 back, and but we just kept going, and day by day, little by little, and before we knew it, the school was built. In 2007, when we opened, we had nothing. We had 9 classrooms is what we had, and 14 kids, and like 10 teachers. And getting teachers is another problem because we're so remote that they don't want to come that far. We had no water, no electricity. They absolutely had nothing. Now they have everything. And we have computers, we have cell towers, anything that they would have in a bigger city, we now have.
As John Paul continued to evolve technologically, students poured in from far and wide.
We actually have a great number of our students that are on campus now are coming from all different parts of Uganda. They come from the capital 4 hours away. They come from everywhere in Uganda. And that original school that we started out with 14 students now has 700 of them that are there.
However, many wonder why the Berrigans decided to open their school in Uganda and not in the U.S.
A frequent question that we get is, why didn't you build a school here? We need schools. And I said, no, that's not true. We don't need schools. We need students. We have lots and lots of schools. We need students that want to go to school and they want to get an education. In Uganda, it's the reverse. They have lots and lots and lots of students and not enough schools for them. So our school, we never have to worry about having enough students, or we don't have to worry about students that come and pay and then don't show up or that don't take advantage of the opportunity they have. They're thirsty for education. They're thirsty for improving their lot in life.
Not only has the school grown in students, but thanks to the high test scores, it's also grown in the ranks.
Our school is now the #1 ranked school in the district of 28 schools, I think, secondary schools. This is our second year in a row that we're the #1 ranked school. We moved up 200 places on the national rankings for the secondary schools this last year.
John Paul has climbed to the top, and with the exemplary education students are getting, they have many opportunities they have never had before.
Their world has opened up a lot. Until they got internet and Google something, their world was about this small. They didn't know anything. Most of them would never even leave that community. Their capital is like 4 or 5 hours away. They would not even get there. So their world was very small. But, when I would ask them, what do you want to be? What do you want to do with your life? It was like, I want to be a tour guide, or I want to be a policeman. And there's nothing wrong with any of those things, but they didn't even consider like being a doctor or anything like that. I have to say, we have really good teachers now, and we have the equipment. That's so important. We had to build our own cell tower. We couldn't even get Wi-Fi and stuff there. So now we can do Google Zoom, and it's just incredible how they can learn like that. And so their world has opened up. And so we do have some that have graduated and they've gone on to be doctors. We have teachers, nurses, lawyers. One wants to be a pilot. Their horizon has just opened up, and so they don't have any limits now.
However, Paul and Nancy aren't done yet. The school is still undergoing numerous additions and add-ons for students.
So we have very ambitious plans for the upcoming year. So we just finished this huge water project where we came in and drilled, and now we have more water than the community can use. We have water available for everybody, and we're dispersing it. That was the first thing that we've done. Now, for the rest of the year, we have plans of building 2 dormitories, each to house 100 students, one for the girls, one for the boys. This will be for the S5 and the S6 students, the older kids. We are going to build an all-new primary school. Currently, with primary school, it is comprised of 4 different buildings that are on the property where we are. And we're going to move that primary school to across the street and build an all brand new one for them. Then we're going to take and rehab these, and we'll end up with 9 additional classrooms for our school.
The other thing that's big over there is soccer. Oh boy, soccer's a big thing. We're buying up property so we can put this soccer field there, and so those are our main projects right now.
For these projects to be completed, the school hopes to raise $400,000 by the end of 2024. If you are interested in donating, please visit johnpaulschool.com and go to the right-hand corner to click Donate Now.